Hola and welcome back to my channel for another bullet journal video. And today we have my November plan with me video, and it's my entire bullet journal setup for November, and the theme I chose for this month is book or bookshelf, or I don't really know how to name it, but I would say like bookish themed. And if you want to see all the close-ups of all the spreads, you can find them at the end of the video per usual, and I will put the time on the screen. So for this setup, I am using my Dingbat notebook, which is from the Wildlife collection, sorry for that. And this one is the deer notebook, and it is green. And I basically, for this cover page, I did a stack of books, and then I added one that is kind of open, and there is papers going off of it, kind of as if they were flying off of it. I really liked the idea, but it was kind of hard to actually do it. I kind of had some troubles with it. I loved the final result, but honestly it was kind of a pain to actually make it. And I don't know if you noticed, but the background is different. If you've been following my channel for a little while, it's because I've changed my desk, and you will be able to find soon on my channel an entire desk makeover. I'm gonna try and have it pretty soon on the channel, so if you're interested in that, don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss that, and turn on the notification bell. But basically I was using my Tombow markers, sorry, for the coloring part of the spread, and I used a lot of browns and a really light one and a reddish brown, which actually turned out way better than expected. I wasn't really sure what I was doing going in this spread. I was kind of hoping it would look good, and it actually did, so I was kind of surprised. So in the end, I just ended up doing like really simple spreads because I didn't really have a lot of time. I am actually in the middle of doing exams right now, so I don't really have that much time to do setups and stuff, so I did a really quick and easy one. And for this monthly calendar, I just did my boxes as I usually do them, but I spaced them out. So instead of having just one big block with all the days, I just have each column spaced out from each other, and it just looks really neat. And then it's gonna come later, but I added drop shadows using light brown and a really dark brown, and it really gives this really vibe. I don't know, I just really loved it, but it did take me a really long time to make because it's individual boxes that I had to draw. But for the actual title of the page, I just wrote November in little books. It doesn't look as good as I wanted it to look, but that's okay. I'm gonna learn, and it wasn't too bad. I actually still liked it. It wasn't really exactly what I was planning for, but you know what? It's still fine. So for drawing all the boxes, I used my Uniball eye micro pen. And for drawing all of the books on the side, I used my Faber Castel Pitt artist pens. This one was the small, and for some details I used the XL, and for if I needed titles or like for the cover page I used the F. And basically I just did random books and added all the letters to spell November inside of them, and it turned out really good actually. I was kind of surprised. I didn't really know what I was doing going into this setup because honestly I rarely saw this kind of theme, which is also why I did it, because I couldn't really find anything to like inspire myself, and I thought why not doing it, and then other people will be able to find them if they want to do something similar. But now I'm doing the header for all of the columns for each days of the week, and I just did them in a really simple calligraphic style just because the spread was already pretty busy and had a lot of things and colors and stuff, so I decided just not to add any colors to the title as I normally do it. And then I went on to start and putting on the dates in the left corner of each box. Sorry for that. And then I'm moving on to doing the drop shadows, which were really hard to do, honestly. I love the results, but it's always kind of a pain to do them because I'm really not good at doing straight lines, not at all. And I wanted to ask you guys, if you made it this far, to ask me any questions you might have as for my bullet journal, or if you have any personal kind of questions that you would be interested for me to respond while I do those voiceovers, because honestly some days I really don't know what to talk about. Oh, I know, wait, I can thank you all for the 100 subscribers. I finally got there. It was my goal for this year, for like the end of the year, and we got it early, so thank you so much to every single one of you. It's just amazing to see how every single one of you is so interested in what I'm doing, and just thank you so much. It's been so overwhelming to see how much we are growing, but I am so thankful for every single one of you guys, because it's just amazing to see how fast we are growing. But we are moving on to the health and habit tracker. I am doing the same layout I used for my last two setups, I believe, because I just found that it works really well for me. I've been enjoying it a lot, and so because of that I wanted to use the exact same one again, just so it will be a little bit easier for me to actually use it. And I just actually like this layout because I have my migraine tracker on the side, and for going with the theme I added a bookshelf between my two trackers, and as you can see I forgot a line. I don't know what happened, but I wasn't really concentrated while I was doing all of this, and I kept forgetting to do things and going back and redoing things because honestly, I don't know, I've been so tired, and while I was doing that I was kind of rushing because I was running late to film this to be able to post it on time. So it was kind of chaotic, but I made it in the end. And I basically just didn't do that much for this setup. I just have the title, the two boxes, and this little library that you can see now, which I just drew a few plants and a lot of books. I think I also did a coffee at the bottom, just so it would like fill up some space, because honestly the hardest part of this whole setup was to actually be able to find things to put on those things. It was kind of hard, but I made it and I'm so proud of the results. I think it just ties everything so well, and the color scheme I use, I actually cannot believe how good it looks. I was really skeptical at first, and then I started actually doing it and it looked amazing and I was so happy with it. So I hope you will enjoy it too, because it was a lot of work and in the end it looked amazing. I just really love it, but it took a long time just to figure out all the colors and stuff. So we are already on to the next spread, and I'm sorry if they go by a little bit too fast. I tried my best, but I had a lot of spreads to fit into not so long videos, so hopefully it doesn't go by too fast. But for the mood tracker, I tried something a little bit different this time that I normally don't do, but because it didn't have that much time this time, I decided not to draw a single thing for each day. I decided to go for a round mood tracker, which is just basically a circle, and I just did the space for each day, and I actually ended up having 32 days, I think, on the entire circle. So I just had to black out 2 of the little spaces, which I actually counted wrong first. I counted 31 and I had to black out 1, but I actually got that wrong, so I had to black out 2. But I decided on that because it was way easier and just a little bit less work, I would say. So it was a little bit less time consuming to do, because usually the mood trackers take so much time to actually make. But at the top I just added my little header, and we are already onto the next one, which is my sleep tracker. And I actually still haven't changed the layout since I started using this one, because it works really well for me. I can keep track of everything really simply, and I can look on it visually, and it's just the easiest setup I have found. And for the header, I decided to use my books as I did with the monthly calendar, which actually turned out to be a really bad idea, because the 2 on the right side, which are stacked, the letters that I put on those actually ended up not showing at all. I still don't know how to really fix this, which I will try, but it really doesn't work that well with it. So that wasn't really the best idea I've ever had, but it still looked cute and it goes with the theme. And for now we have the water tracker, and it's still the same layout, which means that going down I have the days of the week, the dates actually, and on the horizontal line I have the number of cups, going from 2 every time it's 2 dots, so I have 1 in between each, so that I can have half cups of water if I want to mark a half cup, just depending on how much I drink that day, but it always lets the option, so that's always better than not having the option at all. And it went quite fast, but this is my 2 first trackers done, and now we are onto the study tracker, which of course, if you don't know, I'm a high school student. I'm currently in 2nd year and I only have 1 year left, so I have a lot of work, that's for sure. So I can track when I study, and I have a little section on the side for what I have studied, and I once again have the numbers going down being the dates, and the horizontal line is from 5 a.m. to 12 a.m. I think it is, from midnight basically. So like that I can track whenever I study and what I actually do study. and that's actually really helpful. That's what I found that works the best for me, and usually I don't work earlier or later than that. At least I try not to, because I'm usually too tired if I go to bed too late. So I try to stay on a really consistent schedule. And this is my last spread, and it is my anxiety tracker, which is basically the same layout as all the other ones, and particularly like the water tracker. And I just have, instead of cups, I have from 1 to 10 for my anxiety level, and a little section for any reason, and I just have a few books here and there. But this is basically the end of the video. There is only the close-ups left, so I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoy. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.